So, is there anyone out there who would always wonder themselves, they'd sit down and they really think, it'd be really, really cool to see them make a Lassie movie nowadays. Only comedic, and with a German Shepherd, and with Channing Tatum in the leading role. Well, if that's you, then you have come to the right place, because today we're going to talk about Dog. Dog was directed by Reed Carolyn and by Channing Tatum, and it stars Channing Tatum. It tells the story of a military veteran who is put in charge of taking care of a former military dog. This dog's also a veteran, and they form a bond, and they become best friends, and they get into all kinds of crazy kind of adventures and fun along the way. This movie was something that I saw the trailer for when I was in the theater to see American Underdogs. As a matter of fact, that was the first time I saw the trailer, and I saw it with my sister. And I remember when they showed the clip on the trailer where he goes, "Oh my God, I can see." My sister burst out laughing. I looked at her and I was like, "Okay, I'll have to watch this," because my sister's a pretty big Channing Tatum fan. I'm not necessarily the biggest Channing Tatum fan because some of his movies are, but aside from that, I mean, I don't think it's the guy personally in real life. Just his films don't always entertain me. So, with that said, let's talk about this movie, Dog. So, as for the script, it's a really fun, funny, heartwarming script. I mean, it has really been a while since we have had a really soft movie like this. Like, this is a nice, soft guy movie. Like, girls, by all means, will enjoy this movie. But this is a guy movie. It's a guy who drives his truck and his buddy's a dog. And it's like, it's a guy movie where you can look at him and be like, yeah, that's a lot of fun. I think girls will enjoy this movie too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's something where like it's that kind of movie, and it's nice to see them just portray something very positive because a lot of the movies now we have are very realistic. They're very dark. They're very serious. It's nice just to get this fresh, fun film out of all of that and see Channing Tatum turn into such a good performance. He's got so much energy in this movie. He seems to be having so much fun every shot he's in. The dog or dogs, I'm not sure how many they use, they're trained beautifully in this movie. Those dogs do some of the funniest things that I'm like, I would have loved to see you train that dog to do that. The supporting cast is also really, really good in this movie. And something I did really like about this movie was the lighting. Now, again, I said this before, I like to touch on things I just like on movies. I know it's an odd thing for me to mention in review, but I really like the lighting in this movie. I think it's great, and it just gave me this warm feeling. This movie was a feel good movie. I felt good after watching this movie. I do have some problems with the movie, though. So, one of my problems is the film does, after a certain point, just begin to feel episodic. Like they do this, they're going to do this, and then they go here, and they go here. And it goes on, and you're like, it's a little episodic, and you're like, okay, it's not necessarily the best. I think the direction was a little lacking as well. It wasn't bad direction, it was just good. That's all it was. And I think it could have been a little bit better. I think the script also could have been just a little bit better. In some parts, the script's not bad. It's just personally for me, the film did some things that I was like, okay, you could have done that just a little bit better. Just execute that a little bit more. And I think I would have liked to see more characters in this movie. Because pretty much the movie is almost all about Channing Tatum. And I thought for sure, I was like, okay, the trailer looks like that, but it's got to be more people. There's really not. It's pretty much Channing Tatum and his dog. I guess that's what you would kind of expect, but I wanted a few more people, and I wanted a few more characters for him to interact with. Like, there are people he interacts with, and there are characters, but not, I think, as many as I would have liked to have seen. So at a certain point, the movie does get to be a little like, okay, it felt a little bit Hallmarkish, I guess the word would be. But the movie is still great fun. This is actually a movie that I think, minus a few jokes and a few scenes, it's pretty family friendly. You could probably take your family to see this movie, and you could all watch it, have a great time, enjoy it, and leave. It's a movie that I think a lot of people will enjoy because there's a dog in it, and dogs are cute. And then there's Channing Tatum in it. And for ladies and guys, Channing Tatum is like cool and he's cute too. So it's it's a pretty good movie. I think it's worth your watch, probably, if you just want to feel good about things. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I think Dog was a good film. It made me forget my troubles for a little bit and it put a smile on my face, despite its few flaws it had along the way. So thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.